Light 'em up in the ring, light 'em up, shoot, shine, do your thing. Light 'em up in the ring, light 'em up, shoot, shine, do your thing. Light 'em up, go dumb, go stupid, yeah, we undefeated. Sucker free, we got the seats heated. Let's face it, you bout to get a beat down. Less talking, let's take it to the streets now. Ain't gonna be no rematch, why you wanna fight? Touchdown on sight, yeah, turn off the light, oh, turn off the light, let's get it poppin'. Go dumb. When you see me moving, bodies dropping. Move some. I'm about to go sick, call Earl. I'm turning up like E40, not your average girl. I'm turning up. We can rock like Rocky, make you tap it. Ghost ride the whip, look at my drip. This ain't a copy. We got a night if you wanna throw hands. When they see me fight, they wanna throw bands. Go dumb, go stupid, yeah, we undefeated. Sucker free, we got the seats heated. Light 'em up in the ring, light 'em up, shoot, shine, do your thing. Light 'em up in the ring, light 'em up, shoot, shine, do your thing. Light 'em up.
It's time for the main event. It's the Shoe Shot.
¿Qué onda, vatos locos? Damas y caballeros, it's your boy Dave in the 702 coming back at you for Tailgate Talk NFL Week Numero 8. Joining me all the way from the city of brotherly love, Philly Irish, Drew Evo. ¿Qué pasa, homie?
Blue Jays in 6.
Blue Jays in 6. Of course, shout out to the 702 Man Cave. Shout out to the homie Vince that had me out there today. We were doing a little test run on the new studio. Of course, it's his studio, but already the feedback has been very positive, guys, and it looks like it's going to be a great addition to our stuff, our content here on the channel. So yeah, I appreciate you very much. Make sure you guys, Vince, go ahead and put your Instagram, and I linked, if you guys are interested, I linked his YouTube channel. So you guys can go out and subscribe to his YouTube channel so we can get that one popping. I got my eye on the game right now, 34-10. Sorry, Speech. Sorry, Vikings fans. Not even competitive today. Carson Wentz, Drew. Oh my God, look at the blue. Where'd you get that? You know what? Today,
I had a Blue Jays hat.
The funniest thing today, my wife said to me was, she goes, I really like the Blue Jays. I like all the teams with birds on them. I was like, that's right. You said the other day, she said she likes how the Eagles play defense. So she likes all the teams except the Cards. I don't like the Cardinals now. Look at that bird. Shout out to the Bird Gang in Arizona. Shout out to everybody that supports us from Arizona. But here we are, man. It's NFL week number 8. Tomorrow is the beginning of the World Series. And there's some boxing this weekend. A pay-per-view heavyweight fight. The winner gets a crack at Usyk. If you guys want to spend the money, shout out Wally Coyote. Great to see you. We're watching NFL Thursday night football on Prime, Amazon. And again, Drew, I hate to complain. I hate to complain constantly, but being a sports fan is so freaking expensive because, first of all, not everybody has Prime. I love Prime. Guys, I love Prime. I think Amazon Prime is well worth your money. And some of the banks even give you a credit so you can get your Prime membership for free. Shout out Big Spooky, Wally Coyote's in the building. Appreciate you guys for stopping by earlier for the impromptu podcast we did over at Man Cave Studios. Chargers looking really good, Drew, after not such a great week. Here, NFL Week 8 is upon us, but I got to get this off my chest, Drew. This NBA gambling scandal that the FBI has launched, the investigation's well launched. They say it's been a 3-year ongoing investigation. It's absolutely mind-blowing to me that some of these people, Coach Chauncey Billups, okay, Damon Jones, also, I believe he was coaching as recently as an assistant coach for the Los Angeles Lakers. Active player Terry Rozier, who his part in it was basically letting everybody in on prop bets, and then he would fake injuries. He faked an injury that reportedly so many people put money on in his inner circle that it flagged the gambling websites and whatnot. So this has been an ongoing investigation that now involves organized crime. You know, I don't want to talk about the organized crime too much, but they've had their hands in gambling for almost 100 years. It's how you used to do it. You had a bookie. You wanted to bet on sports, you had to have a bookie. Now everybody has a chance to gamble on your phone, except if you live in Nevada, Drew. I can't gamble on my phone unless actually, there's two ways to do it. BetMGM, I can go to South Point Casino, download their app, but I don't have access to draft. I can't do DraftKings. I can't do all the cool parlays y'all can do. I got to go to the sports book, the real sports book. This is why Las Vegas is so anti betting on your phone. Have you even heard of this bullshit? Prediction markets? It's all the rage with young people. Prediction markets.
Man, well, here's the thing, man. This isn't going to be the last batch of people getting arrested. They're investigating teams and everything. And I got to say, that Cass Patel looks like when he's up there talking, when he's up there standing there, he's like this. When's this going to end? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Like, Cass Patel does not know what the fuck he's doing. Doesn't know one bit about his job. I'm sorry. I'm going to be honest to everybody here. I don't vote. I try to be independent when it comes to politics, beliefs now. I used to vote strictly Democrat, but I'm basing more on being an independent is because they both do the same shit half the time.
I'm not going to argue with that, Drew. I registered independent for the first time in my life after moving to Nevada.
Yeah. Like, I didn't even register independent yet. I am actually about to re-register and register as an independent. Because, like, if anybody knows about it, they're both the same thing, and they both bullshit you.
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
So look at it like this. We're heading on day 23 of the shutdown of the government.
Right.
And everything. And, tell you the truth, this country's going to hell anyway. So I'm sorry that if we have any MAGA people in here and everything, but this country's going to hell. And, like, you guys can believe what you want. It's a shame. Half of these MAGA motherfuckers are fucking middle-class people, or probably middle-class people that struggle just like us and realize that they're getting screwed in the process, but they don't care because they just want to be part of something, I guess. But but here's the thing. Sports betting, when you get into that and you're an active player or an active person in the market, something should tell you you should know that you are eventually going to get caught. If you don't get out,
they must love the thrill. Billups made $106 million as a player. Okay, $106 million. When is enough money enough that you don't have to get yourself involved in organized crime? He also made $4.7 million coaching the Blazers. Was arrested in Oregon at his home on Thursday morning. Wow, $110 million made in his career, and that's not enough. He still had to dip his feet into organized crime. I want to tell you about some of the stuff they were doing other than just fixing games that essentially, fixing the prop bets. It's very, very interesting. It involves Las Vegas. Shout out to Crypto Hippie and NFT. Our boy Ryan up in here. He says Adrian Broner might be involved according to word on the street on X. And here's how I could see that a possibility. I wish my boy Sin City Syndicate was in here. He might have some inclination, Drew. Part of the scheme was creating high-profile celebrity athlete poker games where they got quote-unquote fish, right? Good poker players. Some of these games were held right here in Las Vegas where they went out to casinos. They went out to casinos to recruit poker players that wanted to play against athletes. It could very well be that Adrian Broner was one of these athletes that took money from the scheme, and you got to play poker against Adrian Broner. The thing is, the fix was in. They had machines that were fixed to shuffle cards. They even went as far as to create contact lenses that could see through their deck of cards. So the fish was getting played in exchange for mingling and partying with celebrity athletes. And I won't be surprised, man. Shout out to Fonzie. Amazing performance by the Chargers, but Carson Wentz looks like, he looks worse than Mac Jones. He's hobbling all over this field, and they've put so much pressure on him. This game isn't even competitive. Wiley Coyote says, Marcus Morris, former NBA player, also got arrested at the airport for casino debt months ago. I did see that arrest, and it looks like he paid off his debt, so he was able to get released. He owed money to the casino in Las Vegas. I forget which one in particular. Ryan says, the glasses and contacts are wild. Drew, this reminds me of like stuff in the movie Casinos and just like, updated technology to basically, you're playing an illegal poker game. You should be thinking perhaps maybe the fix is in against you. But now these people, they gave their money gleefully, willfully to play against celebrity athletes. And we don't know. Right now, this is the tip of the iceberg, the three that have been mentioned. And some of them, like I said, Drew, 100 million career earnings in the NBA sport, and yet that's still not enough. How far does this go in professional sports? We've seen it against Pete. We've seen Pete Rose, the most famously, right? Baseball. How far does this go? Let's talk about boxing, Drew. Ryan Garcia against Devin Haney. And I know you guys, Devin Haney, local guy. He's, a lot of boxing fans were hard on him because he's involved in lawsuits, specifically sued Ryan Garcia. But what I don't understand is why Devin Haney didn't sue Ryan Garcia for those earnings. And if you're going to have, look, we're going through this crisis in boxing right now where the Muhammad Ali Act, they're trying to reform it to benefit one specific promoter, and that's going to be Zuffa Boxing and Dana White, right?
Yeah.
Why is there not a section in the Muhammad Ali Act that says that you can't gamble? You can't gamble on yourself as a boxer. Floyd, he's gambled on himself plenty of times. Ryan Garcia, during the Devin Haney fight, said, I gave my dad, Henry Garcia, the money to gamble at multiple venues or casinos or online gambling sites. And he bragged about, winning $12 million? That's why for Devin, I was pissed. I'm like, well, look, you got caught up in a scandal of your own, Ryan. They caught you with Oserine in your system, a performance-enhancing drug. Well, shoot, if I was taking one of those things, I'd bet on myself too, But why is that okay? Why is that okay? Why is that not something you're throwing in the Muhammad Ali? Why are boxers allowed to give money to their dad, who's also part of your coaching team and part of your staff at the very least? Shouldn't that be in there? Guys, am I crazy?
Yeah. I think the Muhammad Ali Act is technically just built for the boxer to become to have more freedom, and be more like an independent contractor at the end of the day than to worry about gambling on himself. That's the main purpose of the Muhammad Ali Act.
Man, Wiley Coyote, sorry, Drew, he brings up a great question. He's asking you too. How much money do you think Floyd has won off of sports betting?
Millions.
Yeah, it's got to be millions. The casino sees him, they know that he's going to be putting out some big money. Remember the Phantom Punch, says Fonzie? There was money on that.
I look at a lot of things, and they do, like, the reason why they're not going to address this with boxing is because these guys all the time come and bet each other their purse and everything. That's one of the main reasons why. But when it comes to the Muhammad Ali Act, boxing is never going to be the same. Like I even say, American boxing is actually in the, let's say there's a little bed right here. This is my bed over here. Let's say this is an ICU unit. Boxing is laying there lifeless, a vegetable, laying on this bed right now in an ICU unit. That's what boxing is right now, in American boxing. And when you try to hit them and say, yo, wake the fuck up. You're going to wake up, right? You're going to wake up, right? And he just does this. and do this the whole fucking time. That's what American boxing is in right now. That is the state of American boxing, everybody. And you guys can say whatever you want. Oh, Devin Haney's here to save you. No, Devin Haney's not here to save you. Devin Haney sued to get his fucking O back. Devin Haney did the bitch shit to get his O back. And Devin Haney has not done nothing to prove that he deserves that O back. And I'm like, Tank Davis, what's he doing now? Oh, he's fighting Jake Paul. Like,
and they've numerous times they've tried to wager on that. They've tried to attempted on both sides of the party to make wagers against each other, and that's definitely something that I think shouldn't be allowed in the sport of boxing whatsoever in any state. Ryan says, I think athletes and their direct families should be banned from betting on those athletes or teams. And I agree with you on that. If there was to be a reform, so, okay, obviously baseball, NBA can't do it. Nobody should be able to do it. I think everybody in the immediate family, father, mother, siblings, should not be allowed. But you still even have, I mean, in some of these cases, in the NBA case, you got cases where cousins and second cousins were in on it, and then they collected the winnings and dispersed it. What makes this so disgusting, like Rozier made $25 million from the Heat last year, Miami Heat, and has a career earnings of $135 million. Jones made $22 million in his 11 seasons in the league, but Rozier throwing and faking injuries. 31 people across the nation were charged in the rigged poker game scheme. That's the picture I have right there that I'm showing you guys. That is an X-ray poker table. So they can see the cards from underneath, and the players some of them had contact lenses that allowed them to see the cards, which, essentially, there's no way you're going to beat them. With these rigged games. Those poker games were held, according to the U.S. Attorney, Drew, Manhattan, the Hamptons, Miami, and Las Vegas. I will be very curious if any boxers that we talk about on this show will come up eventually involved in the paperwork. Guys, share the show, man. Appreciate it, guys. Hit the like. We tried going back to vertical because we had some really big success the other night. Almost 3,000 people watched it, and all of a sudden now the algorithm don't give a damn about our show. Now we're back to pretty low numbers, and let me tell you how much I appreciate everybody that is watching our show. We're going to get to our football picks really quickly. You think more people are going to get arrested in this, Drew?
Oh, hell yeah. This is bigger than what people think. And now, and the main reason why is because, especially with the Mafia connected and everything, they claim the Mafia is connected to this. So if, FBI, you can get the Mafia and everything, they're going to keep going, and they're going to keep getting people arrested and everything. I look at it like this. I'll probably stay away from shit like that and everything, sit to the online shit. But at the same time, I even get told, Drew, invest in crypto. Dude, I don't know what the fuck one thing about crypto is. I'm buying coins. I could buy a quarter for fucking 5 cents if I wanted to. But I look at it as in it's just too much shit going on right now. And there's persuading that the Mafia is in on it. They're going to keep trying to get people and trying to push them into giving up people. And that's how it works.
They want you to snitch, just like 6ix9ine. You want to you got to give up some names, unfortunately. Yeah, I know they never left, says Ryan, but they've been quiet. They just operate very quietly and smoothly, and they've always had their hands in sports betting. And here we are. I don't know how many of you guys are hockey fans. We got a great hockey team right here in Las Vegas, Drew, but I mentioned prediction markets.
Eyes, baby.
Prediction markets. So there is already an NHL team. Guys, don't quote me. I don't know which team it is. It's a big one. But they are officially going to bring on as a sponsor one of the largest websites for prediction markets. So it's basically, it's like them validating something that most Americans are barely even involved in prediction markets, but it's another form of legalized betting. And Las Vegas is very much against prediction markets because it's taking money away from their business. It's just between DraftKings and all the other players in the industry, prediction markets, man, they're going to decimate sports betting even further here in Las Vegas, guys. I appreciate it. Just hit that like button. That's what Fonzie says.
You know what?
SB, great to see you. I appreciate you. It's been a minute. Great to see SB in the building.
Fonzie just say Sharks won. You're probably not going to hear him say Sharks won again.
You talking about my San Jose Sharks?
You're probably not going to hear him say that again for at least another 2 months.
Oh, man, I gave myself too much color. Last week, guys, I was pale. Now I'm changing colors. But good to see SB. We're going to get right into our Week 8 picks right now. The Chargers. Shout out to the Chargers. First game. A lot of teams on bye week. A lot of teams. We only got 12 games to cover. My producer, my wife, is going to be writing down most of you guys in the chat who want to play along our prediction, and we'll see who in the chat is the winner this week. If you beat Drew and I'm going to figure out a prize and a way to get it to you guys. And, we'll communicate that on Instagram, maybe. Shoeshine_boxing if you win this week.
Does she know how to spell out words in Irish? Because I might say some of my picks in Irish and nobody knows them.
Let's get to the bet slip. Guys, let's play along. I appreciate everybody. Whoa. I'm going to be on DraftKings if you want to look at their website. And then we'll talk about the first World Series game, number 1. Oh, I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in, even just to say hello. Sunday morning. This ticket is not the way I like it. Well, we already got the Chargers out of the way. We'll get back to this. Buffalo Bills at Carolina Panthers. Wait a minute, the spread. Money line, -360 favorite for the Buffalo Bills versus Carolina Panthers. There's no way. Even though the Carolina Panthers have been doing slightly better, Drew, what is your thoughts on that?
Talking about the Carolina, what game are you talking about?
Panthers versus the Bills Mafia.
Here's the thing. Bryce Young might be out. I'm going to go to the Bills on this. And I'm picking the Bills to win this. I think that the Panthers are a little beat up. I think Bryce Young's beat up. So I'm going to say no. I'm going to say the Bills.
All right, guys, I appreciate it. My wife is keeping tabs here for next week. Paul Martinez, Upset King, says Panthers. Now, Paul, it looks like their quarterback is going to be out, but they do have a good backup quarterback, Drew. Man Cave goes with Buffalo as well. I'm picking the Bills. Bills Mafia on this one. Bills. Ryan says Bills as well. All right, the second game here on DraftKings. Sunday morning, 10 a.m. This is a great rematch because, Drew, the Giants almost beat an incredible team in the Denver Broncos, Bo Nix, this past week. My favorite game, unbelievable comeback by the Denver Broncos, 30-plus points in fourth quarter. The Giants, they don't deserve the record they have, right? They're hungry, and they beat the Eagles once. You guys probably want to get your get back real bad. They have to be demoralized from that fourth quarter performance, giving up over 30 points. They fell apart. They had that game in the bag. What's going to happen here? You guys are a -410 favorite. Do the Giants have a chance at upsetting you guys and beating you guys twice this season?
I'm gonna go with the Broncos. No. I'm
talking your game, Giants versus Eagles this Sunday.
Oh, I'm going with the Eagles.
Any question?
Where the fuck is my DraftKings bets parlay at? So here's the thing. I did a 12-team parlay, and let's see, where the fuck is it? And motherfuckers looking at me, Drew, what are you doing? Drew, what are you doing? Okay, so I took the 7.5 with the Eagles. And look at it like this. They're starting to figure it out. The Eagles are starting to figure this out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they couldn't even pass the ball a couple weeks ago. Now, Jalen Hurts is looking like an MVP throwing the ball. 3 touchdowns. The first quarterback so in this league this year to throw for a perfect passer rating. So,
you trying to sell me? I'm feeling the upset though.
I'm going. They are not going to sweep the Eagles. This game's at home. They have a good record with the Kelly Green jerseys on. I think the Eagles are going to win this game by at least 10 points. And I think everything's going to start coming together. And that's everybody. If it starts coming together, I don't think anybody stops this team. I don't think anybody stops this team.
Are you so the Eagles are coming together like the Chiefs are coming together? Because I'll tell you,
Yeah.
I cannot believe that the Chiefs, with their record, the NFL the NFL is so biased. NFL moved up the Kansas City Chiefs because they've got it together now in their power rankings this week to team number. I couldn't believe it. Team number 3 with a record of 4-3 is the Chiefs, according to their power rankings. We won't go there. But anyways, all right, Drew, you sold me. Scativo, I love the guy, the running back Scativo. Today, Vince 702 Man Cave was saying he doesn't think that kid's going to have a very long shelf life as a running back. I enjoy the heck out of watching him. I think he'd make a great addition to the Niners. But I'm going to go with the Eagles. I'm going to go with your team.
Who he reminds you of?
Who's that?
Peyton Hillis.
Okay.
That's who he reminds me of. And Peyton Hillis didn't have a long NFL career. Let's just say.
That's true.
He could, and he also could have reminded me of Mike Allstott from the Buccaneers. So I'm going with the spread. I will go with the spread minus 7.5 with the Eagles.
Well, Fonzie paid you guys a good compliment. Eagles were dangerous first half, second half of football. They might be unstoppable. All right, Cleveland Browns versus the shockingly good New England Patriots. 5-2. They are negative 375 favorites. The Cleveland Browns, man, they might as well start playing Shador Sanders.
Here's the thing. Even though the Browns do have the number 1 ranked defense, they seriously cannot score. They seriously cannot do anything right.
That's why I said they might as well play Shador Sanders at this point. You're halfway through the season.
I took the games in New England. I took the Patriots with the minus 7. I took the spread with the Patriots.
So Drew they're going to cover the spread. The Patriots on this one. Patriots for Ryan, New England Patriots for Man Cave. Put them in there, guys, because my wife is keeping the ledger. So she's keeping the ledger. Paul says the Browns. All right. Paul's got the Browns on this one. Also at 10 a.m., New York Jets versus Cincinnati Bengals. Now, the Jets haven't considered firing their coach yet, have they?
Nah.
They haven't, huh? Who is the favorite here? I'm sorry, Drew. Negative 298 favorites for the Cincinnati Bengals. The Jets are having another awful season. So bad. 49ers defensive coach, he was their head coach last year. Got canned halfway through the season. He sat out the rest. Now he's our defensive coordinator, Saleh, doing a fantastic job with what he's got available. Do the Jets get rid of their coach again?
I don't know. I think they should have hired an offensive-minded coach this time around. It's really affecting it. But I think the Bengals got the right quarterback in there right now to at least run an offense with. I'm going with the money line with the Bengals at home.
That's 2 for Bengals. Okay, let's see. Paul's got the Browns on this one. Jets says, no. Wait a minute. Jets for Paul Martinez. Fonzie says Jets have a perfect losing record. They got it going on there. What happened here? What happened with my odds? All right, so guys, there's only 12 games this week. A lot of teams are on bye. Let's move on to the Miami Dolphins. That the rumor mill is that they may be considering firing their coach, and they're playing the Atlanta Falcons, who could not get their offense going against the San Francisco 49ers. They have a great running back in Robinson, right? Robinson and McCaffrey, good friends. The Falcons are heavy favorites, a negative 440. They had a great game right before the 49ers game, right? They had a very good game, Drew, and Miami Dolphins continue to have their woes. I think Miami's going to I think they're on their way to firing their head coach. And anyways, they are underdogs plus 340. What do you guys have in the chat, guys? I am going with the Atlanta Falcons, Drew.
I'm taking the money line with the Falcons. I see, but yeah, Michael Paris is having a bruised knee, but I expect him to play. I expect the Falcons to run all over this Miami's defense. I expect them to be. I expect them to get create turnovers.
SB puts in a great question in here. I don't have, I love comments after the shows, guys. If you want to play and you did watch this and you want to play along and drop your predictions, put the 12 teams in the comments and I will gladly honor that. I still have determined a prize, but I'm sure we could figure something out. If you DM me and you are the winner, you could DM me on Instagram and we could probably send you something using Instagram. So yeah, if you're catching this show on replay, drop your 12 picks. Again, I'll put up the betting slip. This betting slip right here, you could simply fill that out and put your winners in the comments section.
So what I get if I win?
Oh no, they gotta beat you and me.
Okay, so what I get if I win?
Drew, you get whatever super chats we got coming in. If you guys want to drop a super chat, I will match that for Drew's weekend. And I appreciate Ryan dropped you a super chat, Ryan, and it was amazing. And I sent that to Drew for his birthday. Still waiting on the next YouTube payday. But yeah, what do I get if I would? You're a partner here.
Bad day.
All right, Paul says Miami. Ryan says Falcons. Niners. We're not there yet, Fonzie. All right, he might be ahead. Chicago Bears have had a recent streak of good wins, huh? And Baltimore Ravens, did you see quarterback Lamar Jackson appearing to be high AF, getting grub late night, nursing his injuries, man? It looked like he was off his rockers, Lamar Jackson. The Chicago Bears are the underdogs this week against Baltimore Ravens. I don't think so. I'm going with the Chicago Bears, man, especially because since they acquired the 49ers' lousy kicker, Jake Moody, all of a sudden Jake Moody's doing fantastic and he's making all the points clutch. Shout out to Jake Moody, or not. I'm going with Chicago, a plus 240 underdog. Drew, what you got?
Lamar Jackson might be coming back. I'm going to take the home Ravens to go and win their second game of the year. They removed the video games. They removed the ping pong tables out of the locker room. I think it's time to get serious for these Ravens. So I'm picking the Ravens at home. I'll take the money line, minus 298.
Paul says the Bears. All right. Well, so a lot of people in here are feeling the Bears, but Drew, you're right. Lamar Jackson is potentially back. I don't know what's going on with Lamar. It looked like he was, maybe smoking some reefer and having some alcohol, but that's no big deal, I guess. I mean, you are a quarterback. Maybe you shouldn't, but it's pretty much what I do every weekend. So that brings us to the final game at 10 a.m. Is this the final game at 10 a.m. on the DraftKings list here? That's my team, the San Francisco 49ers, having a dominant win over the Atlanta Falcons. We saw some key players. We had to get guys in our depth chart to play and try to be the Nick Bosa. And we had some outstanding performances last week by a particular player, Huff. Huff busted his hamstring. Okay, two of the guys that had very good games this past weekend now have busted their hamstrings or their knees. So our defense is even more crippled, Drew.
You're welcome, Dave. You got Huff from us. You're welcome.
He's a good player.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, no, I like him. Tell him to hurry up with these hamstring injuries. Kittle was on the game. He did not have too many touches, but he blocked the shit out of Christian McCaffrey. Shout out to Christian McCaffrey, NFC Player of the Week. Exceptional job. He is the star of the team right now offensively. Kittle is back, but Drew, players like Huff made all the impact. That pressure they put on, you said the Atlanta Falcons quarterback, I think he's going to be successful this week in Atlanta. But they put the pressure and they had a dominant win. The Texans have not had any success offensively this year. And with a banged up defense, I think the Niners are going to be just enough to beat them. DraftKings has the Niners as the underdog. What you guys got? Even Man Cave got the Niners. I'm going with the Niners are improved, even with Mac Jones hobbling, all hobbling. Where's that picture of him? Shh. I ain't got his picture. I got rid of that picture of his dad bod. Nonetheless, guys, Bang Bang Niner Gang improves miraculously to 6-2 in the deeply competitive NFC West. Ryan got the Niners. True, Texans are favored to win. -125. What do you think?
I can't trust the Texans offense one bit. I'm gonna go with the Niners, and I'm gonna take the money line, the -105. I just cannot trust this Texans offense at all.
All right, I want a text from Drew on Sunday morning with these Niners ahead.
They have no offense. The offensive line is terrible. You can't protect C.J. Stroud. It's just not there. And something's got to give. I think now, hey, you got the defense, but I think they really got to address this offensive line in the offseason.
They do. C.J. Stroud is way too talented to not give him the support he needs. The Texans shouldn't be in this position, but listen, I don't care about the Texans right now. I care about these Niners getting healthy and being competitive when it matters towards the end of the season when we actually play some good teams.
I think, I'm sorry, but I think they're a better team with Matt Jones being the quarterback.
Well, you know what? I've seen a lot of analysts, CBS particular. Today I saw something and I was yelling at my wife because he was completely disrespectful to Mac Jones, saying he's serviceable. Bro, he's 4-1 this year as our starter, Mac Jones. I don't think you're serviceable as 4-1. I think you're doing a great job. That brings us to 1 o'clock, guys. The 1 o'clock games. Let's see what we got here. There's 12 games. We're almost done here. The 1 o'clock games. People were talking about him being MVP of the NFC, quarterback for the Buccaneers. They're playing the New Orleans Saints. They are a favorite, -225. Baker Mayfield, Drew, did not have that great of an outing. New Orleans Saints, I can't see them upsetting the Buccaneers.
Nah, I got the Buccaneers with the money line. Baker is having a career year, and Baker's going to wind up probably being in Tampa till he retires.
It might be the right fit.
Yeah, it is the right fit for him. It's the right type of fit for him. And I really think that for years to come, Baker is going to be better and better. But I'm going to take the Buccaneers. The Saints are just there to be beat up on. They are competitive. They have been competitive. But they're just not getting the job done, and they're there to be beat up on. So I'm going to take Tampa Bay.
All right, we got 3 more games on Sunday, followed by Monday Night Football, which will resume. We'll do the typical Monday Night Shoeshine episode at 8 p.m. I just got to say, guys, if you're coming to Las Vegas for Halloween, I believe Fonzie's coming and anybody's coming, you guys got to check out the Durango Casino. I know some of you might have checked it out. If you haven't yet checked it out, the reason why, Drew, I went there. We went with my wife and her mother, and her mother's man was in town last week. We went to the Durango Casino. They had $3 Patron shots, $3 Jack Daniels, $3. What else did they have? They had all the whiskeys were $3. Crown Royale. They even had Hennessy for $3. And then they got this frozen margarita, which is kind of whatever, frozen margarita. But you could get the Patron shot in the margarita, which has already got tequila in it, for $5. We was lit. And then it gets better because they have this. I got to make a video of this. They got this place called the George Sports Bar. I've never seen a sports bar. I mean, they got like games inside this. It looks like it's ridiculous, guys. I got to go out there and watch a game at the George. Shout out to the Durango, man. That you can get drunk as a local and have a good time, man, and be watch your budget, which I really like that.
That's good. I can get drunk. Awesome.
$5 will get you. You can get 2 Patron shots for $6. Imagine that. Imagine 3. Fonzie says, I've been there Durango twice. I want to go to Mijos. I also want to try Mijos. I saw that they have not only, that's the cool thing about that Mijos restaurant is they have a speakeasy in the back, but you don't want to get drunk at Mijos. You want to walk in drunk because I saw the prices of the drinks and the cocktails. So get drunk just get drunk at the regular bar and then go in there for their tacos or whatever, man. We might might just meet you there, Fonzie. Just might meet you there.
Which one of those spots have good women in it?
What's that?
Which one of those spots have good women in it? I can't have you answer.
Durango. I'm married, Drew, but Durango's a local casino. Durango's a local casino, so if you come to Las Vegas, you might meet a local woman. So every time you come to Vegas, you might see her again. So anyhow, guys, Tennessee Titans versus Indianapolis Colts. Indianapolis Colts, they got to be on your top 5 power rankings. Are they, Drew?
Colts, yeah. Right now they are. They're playing good, and they beat good teams too. I'm going to Colts. I think the Colts, like, I look at it like this. I was going to take the spread, but I'm like, nah, I can't do it. That 14.5's not too sexy enough for me. So I took that big-ass money line and everything. I had no choice. I did not trust it because the Titans, you played that, and then the Titans play a good-ass game against them and everything. But I think the Colts still win.
I totally forget if people in California can use DraftKings. Paul, if you really believe the Tennessee Titans can beat the Indianapolis Colts, if you put $10, you'll win $85 on the Titans. If you put $100, you'll be $850 richer come Sunday afternoon. They are a plus 850 underdog, and the Indianapolis Colts are a negative 1450 on the money line. Man, that is the biggest spread of the week. 14.5 points in favor of the Indianapolis Colts. Shout out to Man Cave, guys. Follow him. I asked him to put his Instagram. I'm going to try to link it later. We did an episode at his crib, the coolest man cave in Las Vegas, and we may be using it as a backdrop for many, many more episodes. Let's talk about the Cowboys and Dak Prescott. Drew, you said Dak Prescott will never win a Super Bowl with the Cowboys.
Here's the thing. I'm going to tell you guys this. Man Cave said I could give him an Eagles,
and he would put it up there.
And I was like this, how about I give him a Super Bowl Jalen Hurts jersey, because we all know we're never going to get a Super Bowl Dak Prescott jersey.
And he might take you up on it. Drew, I know those jerseys aren't cheap. I just looked for the newest Niners jersey, $130 for the one I want. Maybe he'll take you up on it. Shout out to Santiago Medio. Chargers.
I might get him a Jalen Hurts poster. That this is the pedigree. This is the standard of a quarterback that he wants for his team that he could never have.
They got an uphill battle this week. This will be a real test for the Cowboys because I think the Broncos on some level are beatable if you have a great game, and Dak Prescott is capable offensively of a big game, but will the Cowboys defensively be able to handle the offense prowess of the Denver Broncos?
I'm sorry. The Cowboys defense is historically bad. And they're the worst defense in the league by far, but they are historically bad. They give up over 30 points a game. Like, how many? I gotta see something. I gotta see something. Like, let's see some. Hold on. I'm gonna look up something right now. Hold on, do it real quick. Defensive rankings 2025, and Man Cave's like, please don't rub it in, Drew. Please don't rub it in, Drew. But I got no choice, Man Cave. I have to rub this in because we gotta do this for the viewers and everything. So I'm in the defensive ranking right now in total defense. And what we go to now, the Dallas Cowboys are the 32nd ranked defense, giving up 401 yards a game.
Oh, man.
And here's the thing. Now let's go to pass defense. This might get better. So let's go all the way. They're the 32nd ranked pass defense, giving up 260 yards a game. in the air.
So you're telling me there's no chance for an upset against the Broncos? I want to pick an upset. I want to pick an upset this week. Could it be the Broncos? Could it be Cowboys?
It's a positive when it comes to rush defense.
Okay.
They're not the worst run defense in the league. They're the 30th worst run defense in the league, giving up over 141 yards rushing a game. And wonder who's worse against the run in the NFL? The Bills and the Dolphins. The Bills give up 156 yards a game.
That's going to cost them. That's going to cost them when they play the Chiefs and other big teams for sure against the Bills.
So look at it like this. I'm going to look at it like this because I know my last pick and everything. I look at it as in Dallas has done a lot of mismanaging. Well, Jerry Jones has done a lot of mismanaging. Dallas is never going to come close to a Super Bowl as long as he's making the decisions when it comes to roster personnel. But I had them in the bottom. I had them in the 20s when they had Micah Parsons. I didn't think they were going to be a good defense still with Micah Parsons, but I had them in the 20s in the rank system. But now I said when Parsons left, I was like, this is a bottom 2 defense. They're just not that because the corners are overrated. Like they signed Bland to like a $96 million extension.
Cowboys are historically, famous for giving big contracts.
Bad contracts too. That's one of the worst. That's the worst. One of the worst contracts on that team. The dude got beat like 7 or 8 times last year, and you reward him with a $96 million extension. And it looks like that Trayvon Diggs, the other corner, it looks like he don't even want to be there and everything. But he's been getting beat too. I look at it like this. Dallas is just not that good on defense. And you're not going to be able, look at it like this. They beat a badly depleted Washington Commanders team.
I thought that was a pretty good win. I thought that was a pretty good win.
Nah, Washington was depleted. They didn't have Terry McLaurin. They didn't have Deebo Samuel. Jaden Daniels was hurt early on in the game. Let's look at it like this. You are not gonna win a game. You're not gonna win having a bad defense. Because when your guys gotta make a stop, and you gotta make a stop, are you going to rely on that 32nd ranked defense to make a stop for you? Can they make that one stop? Dave, it's 4th and 2. The game is tied. If you make this stop, you're on your own. You're on the 40-yard. You're in terrific field goal position. Terrific field position to win this game in regulation. With 2 minutes left, what defense are you trusting more? Are you trusting the Dallas Cowboys defense? Or are you trusting the Jacksonville Jaguars defense?
I guess I don't need to ask you who you got this week, guys. I appreciate Drew got that one out of him. No upset for the Cowboys for you, right?
I don't see it. I look at it like this. I think Bo Nix is really going to
He's good.
That pass defense up. Because let's look at it like this. I don't think you'll see a replay of last week. I just don't see it. And now I just see that I can really see this. I can see this as a blowout. I can see the Dallas Cowboys getting blown out in this game.
Well, Drew, I'm just going to go with the Broncos. At this point, you convinced me. I have to have an upset this week because, look, it works for Paul. Paul's strategy, sometimes he picks the wildest upsets. I thought the Cowboys might be able to pull it off, but you've convinced me otherwise. I'm going to reserve my upset of the week for the next game. Now, I want to just quickly say something, guys. 702 Man Cave brought this up to me. If you are here in Las Vegas this Saturday, October 25th, between 1 o'clock or starting, doors open at 1 p.m., you guys can meet Fernando Vargas's children. The Vargas dynasty will be at the opening of the entirely brand new Chili Shack in downtown Las Vegas. I heard about this. People were talking about this on Twitter. 707 East Carson Avenue, downtown Las Vegas. The Vargas dynasty will be there. It says here, get a chance to meet them, take photos, grab signatures, feel the passion and pride of true boxing, and of course, try Chili Shack, which I'm curious. I mean, they got this little chili sombrero character. I'm curious what the menu has. Might be a great opportunity to vlog and see what the new menu is. That's this Saturday in downtown Las Vegas. That brings us to, I said, upsets. There's got to be an upset this week, I believe in. Maybe it's not going to be the Cowboys beating the Broncos. That's a hard sell. But Green Bay Packers, man, I don't know how they're sitting on top of their division. They got one draw. I think the Steelers are going to pull this one off. I'm going with the Steelers plus 136 underdog.
The Green Bay's defense is in the bottom 5 in takeaways this year. I think Pittsburgh's offense is a lot better. Green Bay's defense is mortal. Green Bay's offense, Pittsburgh's defense, oh God. I'm going with the Pittsburgh Steelers in this game.
Well, surprisingly, look at that. Look at the chat.
Like, here's the thing. I think this may be in line for a shootout, but I think Pittsburgh will win the shootout. I don't think there's any corner on the Green Bay's roster that can stick DK Metcalf.
And this is great. Ryan says, I feel that either karma or the refs are going to let Aaron Rodgers join a very small list of quarterbacks that have beat all 32 teams. Just another reason to root for the Pittsburgh Steelers, right? Beating his old team. How can you not? Monday Night Football, guys. We are almost done, just about done. Thank you guys for joining us for this hour of picks. And Monday night, you said Kansas City Chiefs have kind of rebounded. They are a massive, massive favorite at negative 800. Only one other game this week has a spread close, but it's still as massive as negative 800 favorite is. It's not the biggest spread of the week. What happened, Drew? I mean, Commanders looked like they had a promising start to their season. Now they are underdogs here.
I told everybody that the Commanders are going to take a step back. I told everybody that injuries are going to play a portion because they are one of the oldest teams in the league. They're the second oldest. They're actually the oldest team in the league. And they got the second oldest defense in the league. And you see that now they're having injuries. And everything. Jaden Daniels is out again. Marcus Mariota gets a start. You're not sure if Debo or Terry McLaurin are going to play again. This is not this injuries. Like my prediction came true about this team. This is a team that's really going to struggle with injuries because how old they are, and I know they are trying to, we are this close to going to Super Bowl, but I think they went the wrong route in trying to build a Super Bowl contender and everything. So I'm going with the Chiefs on this. I think the Chiefs win by at least 10 points.
They got a 12.5 spread. A lot of people here in our chat think that the Redskins, that's not the team anymore. It's the Commanders, but that's funny.
Give me those fucking Redskins.
Man, I can't root for the Kansas City Chiefs, but they're playing so much better. I find it hard. I'd love that. I'd love to see an upset, guys. Hopefully, if you do have money on the game, you win with the Commanders. I think both of us are picking the Chiefs. And that concludes. Let's look at this really quickly again, guys. That's going to conclude this week's picks here. That's right. Commanders at Kansas City. Going down the list here. Drew and I both have, oh no, we missed the game, right? We covered Miami Dolphins versus Atlanta. Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We both picked the Falcons. Jets at Cincinnati, you picked. You picked the Jets, Bengals. We both picked the Bengals. Yeah. All right. Cleveland and New England. We both picked New England, right?
Yeah.
All right. Buffalo and Carolina. We both picked the Bills. Straightforward here. Chicago versus Baltimore. Were we divided on this one? I picked the Bears. Look at that. Look at that. Drew, you picked the Bears? No, you picked the Ravens. That's right. All right. San Francisco, we both picked the Niners. Thank God. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus New Orleans. We both picked the Bucks. Dallas versus Denver. Bless those Cowboys. But it's going to be an uphill battle. We both got the Broncos on that one. And then Tennessee versus Indianapolis. We both picked the Colts. They're playing red hot. And Green Bay versus Pittsburgh. I got the Steelers. Drew's got the Steelers. And, of course, on Monday night, we both went with the Chiefs. Man. Upset time. Paul Martinez, what's up, says Fonzie. Guys, it was great. I appreciate you guys joining us for Tailgate Talk. We'll be back on Monday Night Football right after the game around approximately 8 o'clock for the Shoe Shine. Again, guys, if you want to follow 702 Man Cave just drop it in the comments section so everybody could follow him on his IG and on his YouTube channel. I pinned it for the thing we did earlier today. I appreciate everything. Appreciate you having me over there. If you guys are in town, don't forget you guys can meet Fernando Vargas and his sons at the Chili Shack. We're all brand new in downtown Las Vegas. I'm Dave in the 702. Drew, any final words?
Go Chargers.
Thanks a lot, SB. I'll see you guys on Monday night. Peace.